Welcome everyone to AED&D. Uh, we are playing Barntome today with the Man Bear as our DM, Donnie as Drucilla Gravemore, and myself, Bork, as Sarah Snow. This episode is going to be a weird one. We try to keep our episodes around an hour and a half, usually a little less than that. But we had a couple back-to-back episode or recordings that were pushing like 2 hours around there. So I decided to try to split it up into 3 episodes to make it easy for everyone. Make it consistent pretty much. So this one, the first part will be the second half of episode 3, and then the second half of this video will be the first chunk of what will be called episode 5. So we're combining it into episode 4. Um, there isn't really a recap by Gnome Face. Just listen to the end of episode 3 and you'll pretty much get that. And then we're gonna have a recap going into the second half after a brief intermission, where that's pulled from the beginning of the stream slash recording of what will be called episode 5. So thanks for understanding, but yeah, let's get right into it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
we were on Drucilla.
yes.
Yeah. Well, what, you take them out for Dagger training?
Yes, I teach them all the basics to survive.
Well, shit. Maybe I twiddle my thumbs, accompany them? I
Well,
really,
she goes, well, I'm not saying this to tell you that there are no rats for you to fight down there. I mean, the creatures are fucking endless. I'm just telling you that I'm not going to pay you to go down there and fight them when I literally have an entire guild of children to do it for me and to learn from it.
I suppose that's fair. Yeah, I just need access to a place with abundant rats and no giant spiders that want to kill me.
She goes, access through my entry into the sewers always has a fee because I have to calm Arachne, and she doesn't like people going through her nest. But if you're willing to pay the fee, I'm willing to let you down, and say in 2 hours, I will know if you're going to go kill rats. Say 5 hours, I'll let you back up.
Uh, very well. I, I whisper, shoot. I came here hoping to make some coin, and here I am spending some. But yeah, I'll take it. I'll pay the fee.
Okay, so it's 15 silver.
All right. I hand it over.
She takes you down into the sewer. And, character. Give me a second to organize some things here. Bam.
Yeah, the sewers are so big. I swear I've only seen you like explore like 5% of it.
No, that you guys have been through it all. She goes down to Arachne and plays with her and shit. And she tells you that you need to cross the waterways.
Like over
Uh,
here.
yep, cross the waterways and then work your way through those tunnels. There should be a nest of rats um, for you to hunt if you wish.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I go on over. I see. Do the waterways look like they're safe for passage?
Well, you remember from being in the sewers multiple times that there are piranhas in the water, but there are also ways across. Do a perception check.
14.
You kind of remember the little chain the urchin pulled before to get across the waterway on the way to the old man. So you look around in this junction and you see hidden quite nicely in the wall. There's another chain,
I go up and yank it.
a pseudo bridge of sorts, kind of like floats to the top and allows you passage across.
Nice. I take the bridge and I get across.
At this point, though, you're starting to leave the light provided by Sybil's area. So you can see now that it's getting darker and you definitely can't see very much.
Oh, I think I have something here. I crap. I imbue my dark blade. I cast dark blade. I have it accompany me as a minion, and I imbue it with molten orb so it shines brightly.
Hold on. You can't imbue him while he's on his own yet. The level of your Dark Blade skill is not high enough. You can only imbue the weapon in your hand.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
let me start things off proper. I activate Paragon Surge, and then I activate Summon Minion, so I'm not alone here. And then I imbue my weapon with Molten Orb. So I use the 5 MP to cast imbue weapon. I use the 10 MP for a Molten Orb, and then I try to just maintain that.
well, it's 1 MP per turn. So it's 1 MP every 6 seconds.
1 MP every 6 seconds?
Yeah.
That it's been
And,
2 MP by now.
yeah, like, and in all honesty, you're wandering through sewers. So it's not like you're going to be rushing. So I would say, like, literally every square you walk is going to be another MP. But it does lighten up the area around
Okay. Yeah. I do that. And I'm gonna stick to my guns here.
you. Boo-boo.
I'm gonna walk forward. My skeletal minion is with me.
Mhm. I was looking for the picture of him, but I can't find it.
Okay. So minion 29. Paragon Surge. 9. Okay. So I got all this out. It's gonna cost me 1 MP. That's okay, that's another 2. 3. Do I notice any rats yet?
You do see that area. You can control your minion now. I put him out here for you.
Okay. Okay. And stand over here. Let's go down this way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 MP.
Move your minion.
Still no rats.
Move your minion. Hold on a second. Okay, as you're starting to come across the corner, your light is so bright that it's obviously going to attract attention. Um, make an agility check. You
7.
fail miserably. Um, one, two. Um, so, the light attracted him.
Right. Okay. Visible minion is 5 MP. Sorry, I'm keeping track of how much MP I've used. I got 111 right now. Alright. So I see the rats.
Yeah. No, hold on. Because you failed your agility check, the two of them are actually going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
Got him.
Oof.
And 8, I'm imagining misses, but a 21, I'm imagining hits.
21 does hit.
Roll a Constitution check,
All right.
and you take 3 damage.
Wait, do we have Constitution?
And strength.
13. Yeah, I figured it was strength. I rolled
Yeah.
a 13.
You failed, so you are now also poisoned.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it is time to roll initiative.
All right. Rolling that one on initiative.
Yeah, you're going
And
first.
my skeletal minion with no initiative bonus rolls in that 20.
that sounds about right.
Yep, it does.
Oh, I just cracked my neck.
Can he use his nat 20 to like stop me from getting mauled by a horde of rats?
These
Absolutely not.
rats box is so freaking huge.
Huh?
What's that?
The rats like clicky box is huge for some reason.
Oh,
Can you like resize it?
It shrinks the picture, and they're already small, so that like makes no sense. But whatever.
Oh, so the alpha is a lot of dead space. Gotcha.
Mhm. Okay, your minion's up first.
I may or may
okay.
not have dropped a piece of popcorn onto my dog.
He's,
Nice.
he's gonna swing at the rat in front of him and try to taunt.
Remember, this minion is also like bleeding and gushing, and he's been
I
out
know.
for a bit, so he's only got a couple turns left.
Damn, he's much weaker now that he's upgraded to a non-skeletal servant. He's mostly good at taunt because he's a big bleeding sack of flesh. The rat should love him.
Okay.
So he's gonna devote his entire turn to taunting.
Okay.
Another
Nice.
nat 20.
So he basically just like wiggles and dances, like sprays blood everywhere,
Come get me!
including on you. Yeah, and come eat me basically, but he can't talk because he doesn't have vocal cords. Uh, so next turn. Obviously, the rat right in front of him is going to take the bait and going to attack him. And a 19 hits.
Yeah,
Roll a d20 for him.
a nat 1.
He's poisoned.
Okay. How much HP does he have?
Not much. He also takes 4 damage. Forgot to add the modifier. So like he's on his last legs, like literally just kind of like that dance, and then the snake and the rat bit him, and you could actually see the venom coursing through his veins and the disease like melting since you could see his veins. It just looks like he's like turning into goo from the bottom up.
I look at my bracelets that have Z Necro inside of them, and I just shake my head. Just shake it disapprovingly. This is sad.
One too many. Yeah. Okay. Fine, because I was trying to add you. Stupid weird boxes. Sorry. Trying to figure. How did I still get a rat out of that?
I don't know.
It
Oh,
looks like you're
bless.
failing.
Massively. Massively failing. There we go. Now you exist.
Ain't so bad.
Okay. Put these guys back. Bam. Bam. Okay, so it is this guy's turn. He's stuck at the back, so he can't really do anything. This guy, kitty corner from you, is going to attack you though, since you can't reach your servant, since it's tight hallway and everything. 18.
Yep, that hits.
Make another strength save. And you take 5 damage.
15.
You manage to not get poisoned again, but you are still poisoned.
Okay, I'm not super poisoned.
This guy's in the back, and this guy's right in front of you, so he's going to attack you as well. 4, I'm imagining misses.
It misses.
You take 1 poison damage, and it is your turn.
Okay. So my weapon's imbued. I'm kind of a concentration spell, but can I, as like a quick action, a free action, um, use my profession skill to uh, soul trap, prep soul trap on an enemy
Soul
without
Trap. Soul Trap is a spell. It's not a skill. It's a spell. Like you legit had to learn how to cast the spell. It took you hours to learn it. So yes, it will break the concentration of your imbued weapon.
Okay, I hope there's enough lingering light from the entrance of the tunnel that I'm not completely blind.
Oh, you won't be
Because
blind. You still have a certain amount you can see in dark vision. Well,
yeah,
in
I'm
your
also
invisible
Paragon
damage.
Surge, so I got dark vision technically. So I use
Um,
actually imbue my sword with soul trap.
it's possible. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
I cast soul trap on my sword. Um, and I swing twice if possible on this turn.
No, because you're technically canceling one imbuement and turning it into another.
Okay, I swing
One.
once.
Which one are you attacking?
Uh,
You got
this
3
one
options. Okay.
right here. Four. And that one.
Yeah, you whiff. Man,
Ooh,
you might die.
I
Your
might die
minion's turn.
against a pack of rats.
Yeah, you might die. Minion's
This
turn.
um, he's gonna he's gonna lie down and kind of taunt. So like, even if he dies, he's got all of their attention.
He's got their attention as is. It's just you're in a cramped ass hallway. None of them can get past you.
Oh, he's gonna try and hit this one right here then.
Okay.
A 4.
He misses.
Oof.
Okay. So this guy's turn. He's gonna attack your minion again.
Yep,
Nat
that hit.
20. Yeah, your
That hit.
minion's dead. Your minion's dead. Poof goes the minion.
Does his corpse have their attention?
Well, he's a summoned minion, so once he dies, he goes poof.
Damn.
Okay, this guy's in the back still. This guy's kitty quarter, so he's gonna attack you. An 8
Nope.
back and in front of you.
All right, he got one lucky break.
19.
Yep.
Roll strength. And you take 4 damage.
I roll a 4.
You're double. Well, you're still poisoned basically, so you don't recover basically. So you get to take more poison damage.
They were just making sure you were poisoned if you weren't poisoned already.
You take 4 more poison damage, and it is now your turn.
Okay, well, I'm not going to waste time trying to summon Skeletal Servant. I'm going to swing twice at this rat with my Soul Trap weapon.
The first one.
Yep.
Okay. You hit
Uh,
both times.
okay. My damage is 2d8 plus 2. Uh, 10 and a 5. 15 damage to this rat.
5, dude. You don't do math well. You did 13 damage. But either way, it's dead. And you see a rainbow of light travel
Well,
into
that's
your,
2 swings, so that's 8 plus 2. That's
which is
10.
10, and then
Oh,
1 plus 2, which is 3.
okay.
Anyway, it's dead. You see a rainbow of light flow into your bag from the soul trap. But seeing as how you were angry at your initial whiff, you actually overkilled it. So first stab, you cut its head off, and the second one, you just kind of like stabbed it again.
Oof.
Just making sure it's dead.
I mean, they came on so strong, I overestimated them.
Rats, dude. That one misses. This one now moves up here and attacks. That one misses. Kitty corner attacks. He 17.
Yes, that hits.
He hits. Roll strength. You take 3 damage.
A 5.
And you are still very poisoned. This
I'm
one's in
like
the back.
uber poisoned.
Basically, if you don't get the strength save, the timer restarts and you stay poisoned. You take 2
Okay.
damage. And it is your turn.
Okay, instead of trying to swing twice at one, I'll swing at one and I'll swing at another.
Okay. Pick your targets. First swing, second swing, let me know.
Okay, this one and this one, right and down.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh if he gets in, like nat ones or something.
With my luck, does an 11 hit?
Yes.
Okay. My damage is
That
Oh,
was
they're
only
weak
one
than
swing,
I
dude.
thought.
They're rats, man. I didn't think he'd get challenged by rats.
3 damage.
He kind of cut its tail off, but you got to roll another hit swing. He only rolled for 1 hit.
Plus 4. Okay. Does the
Does that
7
hit?
hit?
No.
That's my turn.
Okay.
And unless do I get any free actions?
You
Do I
get a
have
movement action, but you really don't have much for free actions. What are you thinking?
No. I don't have anything. That's my turn.
Okay. I'm just going to roll all 3 attacks right away. Shit, I clicked something. What did I click? Go away. There it goes.
Here, going into this session, it's like, oh yeah, gonna be a short session. Drucilla gets in a fight with 5 rats, and it
Hey,
lasts an extra
whatever.
hour.
Yes, I've noticed. Okay, I've got a 15, a 17, and a 15.
Uh hold on. I think I actually all that misses me. My Paragon Surge puts me at 16 AC.
One of them
17
hits
will
you.
hit you.
Oh,
One is a
yeah.
17. Roll strength.
Wait, your Paragon Surge also gives you 1
Well,
Yeah,
AC?
increases my agility by one
which
modifier.
gets rid of his negative from his chainmail, which puts his AC where it should be. You take 3 damage and roll strength check to see if you.
12.
No, still very poisoned.
Okay. Um, have I been taking poison damage?
Every time it's your turn, take 3 more damage.
Okay.
Unless you
Minus.
haven't been doing the damage when I tell you to.
I've been taking the damage when you say it specifically.
I say it every turn.
Yeah, he
Okay.
says it every time he's done. When he's like, "Hey, it's your turn." He's been giving you the amount.
Yeah, I've been subtracting every time then.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Swing at this one and then swing at the other. Don't want to waste a bunch of sword swings like last time.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I'm really anxious. Okay, I'm sitting here watching this, but I can't
What?
see with the Drusilla's health.
Yeah.
At least when I
I
was
only
DM,
got
I could see the character's health and show people that it's just dwindling down.
one. It
He
is
doesn't.
dwindling. I roll a nat one on my first swing.
I saw it.
I roll an 18 on my second swing.
So the second one hits.
Okay. 8 plus 2. 10 damage.
Okay, second one is dead. And another swirl of light enters into your pouch.
Sweet. I need one more. That's.
Okay. Rat's turns. That guy's moving forward.
Oh, I have a question about imbue weapon. Does the skill level up every time I use an imbued weapon or every time I imbue a weapon?
I'm not 100% on how I want to do that. Um, it definitely gets a point for your initial imbuing, but I don't know if I want to give you a point every time you swing the weapon while still imbued, because that honestly seems a little cheaty.
I mean, I guess it's barely going to level, but in that case,
Imbue, imbue weapon itself gets a point for channeling it. The spell, like the specific soul trap spell, only gets the point when you initially imbue. You know what I mean?
oh, so Soul Trap's only gotten 1 point this entire time?
Yeah. Soul trap's only gotten 1 point for the initial imbuement. Imbue weapon gets a point for as long as you hold the charge.
Oh, so I've been kind of
He's
just
been double
coasting.
counting.
Yeah.
Okay, so imbue weapon goes up
Yeah.
quite a bit. I got to take down Soul Trap a few notches and bump up imbue weapon.
Is that how you've been calculating it this entire time?
He
I've been
really
leveling.
just started working on imbue weapon, to be honest.
Yeah.
He used
Either
to do
way,
shocking grasp and imbue weapon.
yeah, but he really just got imbue weapon at the start of our last run because that's when we did the whole changes. Remember?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's only level 3 anyways.
Only.
I use it a
Got
lot.
a 14, a 11, and a 15.
It all misses.
Damn it.
You want him to fail so bad, don't you?
Right now I do, because how funny would that be?
Would be funny. It'd also be extremely embarrassing, and I wouldn't like it.
I mean, he went in this fight 2 against 5, and it was 5 rats, and he lost.
Hey, you're still poisoned though, but it's not as bad.
How much damage do I take?
Get in there. 1 poison damage.
Okay. Well, I already rolled because
I see the 20. That's only one attack though. Aren't you attacking twice?
yep, assume
Okay.
that hits
They
as
both
well.
hit, yes. So roll double the damage for your first roll, and the second roll is regular.
So it's an 8 plus 2. That's 10 damage for my first roll,
Now
right?
instead.
Yep.
And oh, 8 plus 2. 10 damage on my second roll.
By the way,
No
there's a
doubling required.
black box that's sticking out right here.
Yeah, that's because I tried to select move, but I was still on hide area. So I accidentally hid the area instead of moving the rat critter.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you get that final. When you kill the first one, the rainbow of colors flows into your bag, fills up your gem. When you kill a second one, the rainbow of colors kind of swirls around for a little bit because you cast Soul Trap, but it has nowhere to go. So I'm gonna have you make a Wisdom save.
Oh.
Yeah, this is quite unusual. That'd be charisma or intelligence?
Intelligence.
A 16.
You manage to kind of like instinctually shield yourself from the backlash, and the rainbow color swirl kind of dissipates. You don't quite know what happened, and you don't quite know what you did, but like I said, on like a basic instinct, you managed to avoid a backlash.
Oh, I don't like that one bit. I uncast imbued weapon
It's
as
not
soon as I
even your turn.
can.
A 19 hits, I am assuming. Make
Yes, it
a
does.
strength check.
Uh,
You take 7 damage, and your poison is renewed.
oof.
So take
I
your
could
7
just
damage.
imagine just Drucilla like walking back after killing them all, and then the
You
last
take
of
4 poison damage.
the poison just gets her.
Yeah.
It's like a Minecraft thing.
Cool. Okay, so 4 more poison damage, and then it's your turn.
Uh, I mean, this little guy's all alone. I know they fucked me up. I try to cast Knowledge Monster on it and try to find some way so I can taunt it or intimidate it into running away.
Roll knowledge monster check.
That be plus intelligence?
Yes.
11.
You know it's a rat. Um, you feel that due to these rats being constantly hunted by the orphans, they have become more aggressive than common rats, which is why they charged at you instead of running away in the first place. Um, you could try to scare it, but you feel like you see the hatred in its eyes as it hates any sentient being due to constantly seeing its family killed.
Damn. Poor thing.
Never thought I'd see the day that Drusilla feels
Cares
bad.
about a rat.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know me. Might as well put it
I
out of
spent
its
how
misery.
many years with you in this game? I think I know
I feel really bad for this rat, but what I glean from it is probably better off dead anyways. And I disimbue my imbued weapon and I try to swing it down as in the dark. Oh, still got dark vision. 2d20 4. Just normal longsword strikes. Does a 12 hit?
Yeah.
12 hits, 7 misses.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask about the 7. 6 damage.
It's dead. Okay. So clarifying here. I know you personally see Paragon Surge as you becoming half elf because Zern was an elf, but it is not actually, you don't get the elf sub traits just because you visualize the skill as you becoming half elf. The skill is very specific on what it does for you, and you can't just add things to it.
Well, I'm not really adding things. When the skill was first determined is when we were going by 5e rules before we did the overhaul, and that was one of the traits of it.
Paragon Surge wasn't part of 5e.
It was. Oh, Power Pathfinder.
Yeah, we were doing Pathfinder,
Yeah,
but
turns you into half elf, which has dark vision.
yeah, but it's not how it is now.
I We never really talked about it.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it extensively because you wanted to give you so many freebies, and I had to limit you and tell
I
you
only wa-
you need to level it up.
I only
So,
wanted to give me what it was gonna give me.
so you need to chill a bit on assuming what you get and just read the skill. If you wanted to start giving you more elven traits, you can unlock it as you level it up.
All
But as
right.
of right now, the skill only gives you agility. And you have basic vision. It's not like you're in a pitch black cave, it's a sewer system. You just can't see very far, which is why I wasn't arguing it during combat.
Wait, it gives me agility and intelligence.
Yeah. Well, what it says in your sheet.
Okay. Just wanted to be clear on that.
That's why I stopped you and I corrected you. You don't get, elven subtraits for it.
Okay. I
Anyway,
that's why I kept saying it on purpose so that if you didn't like it, you would say something.
I was just waiting for combat to be over.
Okay.
You killed the rats. You can You know that you filled up your soul stones. Uh, you're welcome to try to go back or to keep hunting. The choice is yours.
I don't really want to bully these rats around. They get enough grief from these kids.
You feel bad for rats. Anyway, so as you start to make your way back, I'm just gonna reveal everything 'cause I'm not trying to hide anything right now. The poison makes its way through your system. You take 12 more damage,
Oh, I'm also not feeling great to begin with, anyways.
and you can make your way back.
I pull the chain if it's not down already.
No, no, the bridge is still up
Okay,
since you didn't reset it, so it's still up.
I go across and I reset it. I guess these are pretty much Civil's caves, and they were reset when I came in. I'll leave it the way it was before, and I'll reset it.
Makes sense. That's actually good manners. As you get into Sybil's area, she's down there again. It's been a lot of amount of time, and she's talking with Arachne. And when she sees you, she kind of waits for you to go up the ladder.
I go up the ladder, trying not to look beat up as I am.
Yeah, you're pretty wrecked. As you get up, it's about midday. So we did your whole day, right, Sarah?
Yeah, I rolled the 10d20 at the end.
Yeah. Okay. So you got about 6 hours worth of whatever you want to do.
I'll spend the rest of the time trying to read my book to see if there are any better uses for these souls. Damage is already really nice, but if I learn any other recipes before the raids, that's helpful too.
Okay. Roll d20.
How many?
6.
All right. Uh,
You gloss a little bit more on each of the runes that you have learned, and you feel a little more confident with when you eventually do start applying these runes to equipment that you'll be able to handle it well. But you don't. You spend your time studying that instead of learning the next recipe.
oh, I didn't take into consideration the possibility of failing a rune enchantment.
Of course, you wouldn't. Anyway, so that actually brings us to the end of the day, which brings us to one more day before the raid.
Hey everyone, Bork back here. This is the intermission in episode 4 that I was telling you about. We are switching over from the second half of episode 3 into the beginning of episode what will be 5. So now, episode 4. Yeah, confusing, whatever. But Manbear is here to give you the recap of the second half, or for the second half of episode 4. Welcome everyone. It is AE D&D night. We're here with Bork, Manbear, and Donnie Danger. We are playing Barntome once again. Uh, second, third week, fourth week, I
Third
forget.
week,
Third week already.
or is it
I,
fourth week?
see, you don't even know. We're just having that much
Nope.
fun. Um, so yeah, the Manbear is just about to get started and give us a little recap of what we did last time. And if I'm not mistaken, we're fighting literally the entire session, so that'll be fun.
The
But
entire session because our fearless Donnie Danger decided to side quest us into a rat den that took him forever to kill.
hey, hey.
anyways, I'll let the DM, take charge of to describe what's going on in our this week's recap. Take it away.
To recap, we were doing some basic stuff around the city. Sarah and Drucilla both have been doing some good old fashioned profession grinding. Sarah working on her alchemy, Drusilla still learning the ropes of soulstone enchantments. Um, Drusilla did manage to get herself some soulstones, but in turn she needed souls. Hence the detour to the rats to take forever to kill 5 rats. um, We are now waking up with 1 day left until the raid. I was hoping to start this session off with the raid itself.
Hey, killing rats is a big deal.
Either way, we got 1 day left until the raid. So we're gonna start this one off a little differently than we normally do. The girls wake up and head downstairs like normal, but instead of the inn being full of their breakfast doers and everything, it's got what seems to be a council meeting going on. The girls see Sybil, the leader of the Thieves Guild, i.e., the local orphan children. Farlight, who was the leader of the rebels but has now joined the guards alongside Bylorn, who is the captain of the guards. They're all sitting around a table, and as well as Malice, who is flanked by two people you do not recognize, all in heavy plate mail with warhammers strapped to their sides. And what was his name? Bart. What was his name?
Who are
Buck.
you talking about?
Buck, the man at arms for Red's merchant family, is also at the table. So take it away.
So we come down and see, the three, the big three with Malice.
And Buck.
Correct
Buck's
me if I'm
more.
wrong, or did we not come down to see the big three yesterday?
That
We did.
was 2 days ago, actually.
Oh.
That was when you had 3 days left until the raid, and they offered you some missions as well as spoke to you of their concern about Malice and how he's kind of taking over his area with his religion. They have no proof, but they wanted you guys to possibly look into it if you could, and neither of you did so.
Hey,
Wait, what?
they didn't ask us to do it the day of.
No, they didn't. They just told you about it, and you guys never did anything. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying. You
we're gonna
were
get
you
on it.
were informed of their suspicions, and nothing happened of it.
Wait. Suspicious of malice?
Yes.
Oh.
Feeling like I failed a quest here.
Meta-wise, I thought Donnie did it.
No, I had priorities. I needed to get us
Oh,
ready for this raid.
meta-wise, Donnie did run into Malice, and Malice kind of low-key threatened Drucilla about being evil and saying that, if Drucilla continues to choose the path of evil, then her and Malice are going to be on opposite sides.
Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay, so meta-wise, I blame Donnie because I was gonna do it the second day, but because he took so long in the sewers, that day got cut short, and then we had to join the next day, and I completely and that's a week after, and I completely forgot about it.
I told the council, hey, let's wait until after the raids. I actually said that. Let's.
You did. You did. I'm just stating what was said and what was done.
Okay. as
That's
long as
all.
I didn't, as long as this isn't like a failure on my shoulders, I'm feeling self-conscious here. I
Well,
need
feel
to deflect me.
self-conscious. You never know. I have plans, and what you guys do is going to affect the plans. And by not approaching Malice before the raid, the plans have been affected. I'm not saying whether it was good, bad, or sideways. Just things are going to be a certain way now.
Okay. I'm fine with them being a certain way. That's ambiguous enough. I
Works for me.
don't I don't feel bad.
All right.
I mean, honestly, I did what I did. I'm not gonna apologize for
Yeah.
it.
Or- Anyway, as I said, you usually walk down, see this whole gathering of what is essentially the leadership of Golden Hill, minus, the nobles and the king up on actual Golden Hill. This the leader of the regular populace.
Minus the puppet masters.
And they're all gathered around a table eating and discussing strategies. Do you wish to join them?
Of course, this is so unusual. They have their own bases. They're picking this place for a reason.
Hold on. Who comes down the stairs first? Because that completely changes how I play this.
I'm willing to come
Roll
down
for
first.
initiative then. Well, that'll tell you who will go first.
I'm not
So
saying that I want to go first, but if I am going first,
I'm making it even. Roll initiative.
It charisma in this campaign?
No, initiative is agility.
Oh, well,
damn.
then then mine's like a 21.
Either way, Drucilla is first down the stairs.
Ah, see you all again, and I noticed Malice. The company has increased.
Jesus. Play it as you walk down the stairs. You don't wake up and just all of a sudden you're right next to them.
Oh, I'm walking down the stairs. I see them all, and I say, see you all again. And this time the company has increased. There.
Literally the same thing. I walk down the
Except I'm
stairs in
walking
front
down
of
the
you.
stairs.
uh,
Anyway, go on. Sorry. This is keep going.
Oh, I'm assuming they're within hearing range. I wouldn't have said that if they weren't.
Yeah, they're within hearing age range. Are you going to approach the table and sit, or
Yeah, that's the first
okay?
thing I do.
Okay, you approach the table and sit. Sarah, as you're walking down the stairs now, Sarah.
okay. So I walk down the stairs and I see that whole group, and then I see Donnie, or I see Drusilla there too.
Yep.
I start making my way there, and I'm like, I like stop, like point to the sky, like I had an idea, and I walk straight to the bar.
Okay. The group greets you. All of them kind of say hi and nod, Malice included. They all kind of nod at Drusilla as she sits, and they see you going to the bar, and Sybil shouts out, "Grab another one for me. Mine's empty." Towards Sarah as she heads towards the bar. Um, Firelight starts kind of. She's sitting next to Bylorn, and the two of them have their heads together. They're pointing out like strategic locations on the walls where things have been fixed, where things need to be set up. Basically, kind of just planning as well as kind of ignoring everybody unless they're saying something crucial to the mission.
I just kind of look around like, this is surprisingly good coordination between everybody here. You all have the biggest impact on how the raids go tomorrow. It is tomorrow, right?
Then they go, yeah, that's why we decided to meet up here in a neutral zone so that we can all talk and plan this out to the best of the town's benefit and not have any crossed wires.
Good. This was the biggest thing I was concerned about. It's good to see everybody's on the same page here.
Okay.
So, is there
Sarah, are
any?
you doing anything?
Uh, I walk up to the bartender, and I go, "Excuse me, can I get a one shot and two ales, please?"
Mm, yeah, the bartender goes, well, it's a bit early to be getting drunk there, Missy, but I've always liked you too. And it is a
I
female, but I don't have a female accent, but it is a chick if I remember correctly.
I I
Nice.
kind of like look at her. I'm like, I'm going to that table, and I point to the big group of them.
And she nods at you and goes, yeah, I kind of Fenwick, yeah. Fenwick nods at you and she goes, yeah, I kind of figured since that's the whole table for planning the raid tomorrow, and you and your friend were crucial last raid, so I'm sure you're going to be part of this raid as well. At least I hope so.
Well, okay. The bartender's not getting it yet, so I'm like, and that's why I need this. And I chuckle, you know, tap it and shoot it, and then I pay her the money for the shot and the ales.
Yeah.
How much?
She laughs. She gets a little bit. She giggles a little bit and goes, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." And she goes, "No, they're on the house today. Not charging you guys while you're working."
Oh, I appreciate it. Um, I'll see you either tomorrow or later today or tomorrow.
Yep,
Um,
I'll be here as always.
and then I take the 2 ales and I walk down and I find an empty spot at the table. And I go, "Why, guys? You gotta stop bombarding us like this. It's let a girl eat breakfast first."
Farlight kind of smiles and lifts her head from the map of Bylor and she goes, "Oh, this has nothing to do with you, girl. If you were listening when you were getting your drinks, as we told Drucilla, this is neutral territory, neither owned by the guards, the thieves, or the Holy Church. So this is where we decided to meet to plan our survival. But I'm glad you're here, though.
Uh, can I do I just want to verify something through the DM. Did I just see Farlight raise her head from the lap of Bylorn? Or was that
With
Sybil?
Bylord. Map.
What?
Map. MAP. Map.
Oh, I thought you said lap. I was like, what?
Oh,
Guys, we're in a public place here.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I heard. I was like, what?
you're crazy.
But that is very true. We all know Donnie's crazy.
This is true. But
Okay.
yeah, so they confirmed that, and
I hand off the beer to whoever asked for it. Was it Sybil?
Sybil.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sitting down. As she tells me that, I'm like, "Oh, well, I showed up just in time then."
You did. You did. They spread out the map. Okay, so this is how we got it set up. There are three gates into Golden Hill: the North Gate, the East Gate, and South Gate. As you guys well know, because you covered the South and the North Gate yourselves last time, with a little bit of help from your resistance fighters that you helped train, which we appreciated greatly.
Hmm.
This time, things are going to be a bit differently, though. Malice chimes up at this point and he goes, "Yes, yes, me and my holy brethren shall be taking the North Gate. We will not need any of your assistance. We shall smite any who dare trespass in this great city with our divine light." And the two men in plate mail next to him both slam fist to chest and praise to the god of malice, who I can't remember who he worshipped. Yeah, but that god.
You're so sure that you don't need reinforcements of any sort?
He goes, "We've been upgrading the northern wall and the northern gate to suit the needs of our fighters all month while you two were off doing your adventures." And he doesn't say this with scorn or spite or anything. It's just him stating a fact, just so you know. So not in any offensive way. So he goes, "Yeah, we've been building it up. So it's the northern gate is set specifically for me and my men, and we will anybody else were into try to help us, they would not only endanger themselves, they would also endanger us. So we will be taking the North Gate alone."
Well, I would love to see it, but I suppose I'll be positioned on another gate. Um,
Farlight Farlight chimes in when you say that, and she goes, "Yes, yes, you two will be taking the Southern Gate. I know last time you guys had split up to two gates, but this time, since the Guard and the Resistance have joined together, we figured that me and Bylorn will take one gate, and you two could take the other, and Sybil can run messages as she did last time."
I okay. So I wanted to say something when Malice was taught, or at the end of when Malice said, I want to chime in and say, easy now, Malice. We don't need a rock throwing contest over here, but it's an honor to have you with us.
He looks at you confused because he didn't think he was throwing rocks or being.
I mean, and I chuckle while I say it. Sorry.
Oh no, I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna take it as him being too
very
literal.
literal.
Yeah.
I didn't feel
With
like
that,
saying pissing contest, but
I know what you mean. I'm just saying, without Elaine here to actually play Malice, the way I picture Malice is a very literal, very straightforward, trying to, redeem himself kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, like I said, he looks at you like very confused and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry if I offended you, Sarah. I meant no such thing."
I'm just chuckling here.
Uh, uh, I respond. I'm like, oh no 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 no. It's fine. It's fine. I we're all good. You guys get the north, and we get the whichever one. And then Firelight probably
Yeah.
chimes in.
Okay, we'll go with Firelight chimes in after that. Then that's fine. Um, we um we need your guys' opinion. We have, I don't know if you noticed as you entered the city, but we have dug a 15-foot deep, 5-foot wide trench around the entire city. The drawbridge will be raised, um, but we still need to know what kind of troops you are looking for your support, whether you want heavy bowmen or pikemen to man the gate itself, just in case they somehow get past the moat, or yeah, whatever. It's not really a moat yet. The trench. Um, we can only spare 15 people, so of the 15 people, you need to pick whether you want ranged or melee combat.
I personally would love to see what the best frontline fighters have to offer.
Hey
After
Tim Wolf,
all,
thanks for
before we were so coordinated,
subscribing for 3 months.
me and Sarah took on gates separately
Awesome.
with the Reg Take group.
Appreciate it, man.
I think both of us together, I would love to see what the best of the best have to offer on defense of a single gate.
So Drucilla is of the mind of having more melee, less archers.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Sarah?
I give me 5 archers and myself, and we'll rack a death counter higher than Malice, higher than Drusilla,
Okay.
I
easily.
So
just crossed my arms.
we want 5 archers and 10 pikemen. Okay. So to clarify, so you guys understand, the pikemen will only be of use if they somehow manage to pass the trench and enter the gateway. Um, Having more, if that becomes a scenario, is probably a good idea. Or, I don't know. To each their own.
Last time we, endured a raid, wasn't there a frontline defense before the first blockade?
Yeah, but this time they dug a trench all the way around the city. You guys didn't have a trench dug around the entire city last time. So there is no frontline defense. It's trench then gate.
Do we have any outer barriers on the perimeter? Any walls,
No. Trench
obstacles,
then no trench then gate.
Well, good thing we got Drusilla down there.
traps?
If Drusilla chooses to stand down there. I'm not gonna make anybody do anything. Um yeah, no, but the trench is, like I said, it's 5 foot wide and 15 foot deep, so it's not like they're just gonna be able to jump over it. And your gate's only about 15 foot wide as well. So they have to get into the gate. So while your archers are raining down hell, some pikemen, not a lot, a few can stand at the gate and poke at people across the trench still, because with the pike they'll have the 10-foot range.
Yes.
But yeah, but still no, it's trench and gate.
Chuckle a little nervously. Yeah, this isn't the formation I envisioned. Expecting a
Uh,
little bit of fodder.
how much space is between the front gate and the trench? Is it like 10 feet? Can you put like 2 rows of pikemen if people like, let's say they can construct a bridge all of a sudden? Like, how much defense space do we have?
None. From what I have on the map I created, the trench is right outside the gate, and then you would normally have a drawbridge that would allow you to cross the gate.
Oh, so like literally you have the castle wall or the city wall, and it just keeps going down to -15 feet. Ah,
Hmm.
ah, I don't know how you would play Drusilla, but I would send Drusilla and what, like 5 or 6 pikemen across the trench, raise the drawbridge, and then have the 3 at the gate, and they can run. Do you happen to have any skirmishers instead, or are they just pikemen?
That's what I
Pikemen.
was thinking.
You guys are getting a little too completely meta, a little too far ahead. The city's only had a month. It's just continued a very regiment training. Now everything is more along the lines of one cohesive unit. They haven't done any specialized training yet.
That's why I was asking.
Yep.
Just, um, so if she
Definitely.
says no, then I'm like, well, yeah, I'll leave this up to Drusilla. That's her department. I'll be up on the wall.
Okay. I will figure things out. Don't worry. I'll make sure everything works out. From the gate we're defending. Me and Sarah together, I kind of like swallow my spit, gulp. We don't need skirmishers. Nobody here is expendable, right? I'm visibly sweating.
Well, we would prefer not to lose anybody, but we all understand that there's risks involved.
I'll ensure that our victory is inevitable. I try to say as confidently as possible. After all, I am the great Drucilla Gravemore, Dark Lord extraordinaire.
They all kind of just look at you skeptically.
Same.
Dark Lord in training.
So you want to stick with 5 archers and 10 pikemen then?
Um, if
Okay.
Drusilla can figure out how to line up the 10, yeah,
What other units are available?
that's it.
Pikemen and archers.
Pikmin and archers. Alright. Okay.
So like you could like have
I have
3 at
an
the
idea.
gate and do like a this 300 style where you have like the one person like you in the middle casting and have like a bunch of people around you, or you all protecting the whatchamacallit, the trench, or you just are all on the other side of the trench and you wait till they come.
I do have an idea. Um, do we have any quick assembled drawbridges we can make? We can make an immediate pike formation before the trenches, draw their attention, and defend that post, willing to draw back once pressure becomes too high, and then cut the trenches, cut the drawbridges.
We do not. We have not planned for anything like that. Though that is a good idea. Maybe for next raid we'll plan something around that line.
Damn, that was a good idea.
I chime in.
Um,
I'm like, personally, I'd rather have more pikemen on guard in case they find a way across and can get in. But me and 5 other archers will be shooting so many arrows at them that they're going to be distracted.
yes, this does call for a deviation from the initial plan. We will have to go in the favor of more archers, less pikemen. So
That's
yes.
opposite of what I said, Drusilla.
What? I thought you said a lot of archers and a couple pikemen.
Oh,
No, I said at this result, if they do break through, we're gonna need to make sure that they stay at the gate. So I want as a last resort like 10 pikemen, and I'll take 5 archers, and we'll be shooting off so many arrows that they won't know what to do.
Okay, so
At that point, it doesn't matter if we hit them, just as long as we're distracting them. That it's gonna
let's
take
draw
them
a
forever to
picture
get
here.
through.
Let's draw a picture here. Plot plan wise, there's going to be the moat, the pit, the trench. whatever you want to call it. The enemy's going to be trying to break through. We're going to have a lot of pikemen on hand, ready to react when they do. There will be 5 archers, right?
And myself, yes.
And yourself, raining hell upon them, and the pikemen will be ready to defend once they inevitably do breach that trench, because they always do come in mass. And then it will be upon the pikemen and myself, and of course Sarah, to defend once they do. Okay, I like this.
Put yourselves on the map.
I can't put myself on the map for some reason.
Did you break yourself again?
I
He
might
did.
have. Let me reload the page.
Okay, well, he's trying to reload himself. Sarah, where do you want your archers?
1, 2, 3,
That's
4,
the gate.
5.
You
Well,
can't put people here.
aren't we above the gate?
Yes and no, but it's kind of like one of those curve things where the wall itself has that raised block area for the archers to hide behind. Where above the gate is just an arch, like an arch of stone that outlines the gate.
All right. Well, it doesn't matter, but like on the edge of here, and then like evenly space these two, like there and there. And then
You're
I
on the
can
map, Drucilla.
I can fill in there.
Okay, I would be here, assuming the command position, ready to do what I do and kick ass. And defend the back line. Since we don't have skirmishers, does my summon minion allow me to summon at a distance?
And your summon minion is literally a blood bag. I don't think he would really count as a skirmisher.
Delay, opposition advancement for about a turn. A
You
couple of
can
them at least.
you cannot specifically summon your minion at a distance.
And he's become so much more less useful now that he's got muscle on his bones.
He's
So
also like a living blood bag. Okay,
I
so I'm gonna
missed
be a
it
little meta
earlier.
here.
Wait, hang on. I missed it earlier. We're the day of the raid.
Day before,
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna be a little meta here just to help you out, and mainly because I'm pretty sure you're gonna die without my help anyway. So my
I don't need your
suggestion
help.
I
is you
love
go
it.
here,
Give me all the help you want.
and then your pikemen who can actually, reach across the gate, line up in front of it. And then
What's
you
their
have a
attack
couple
distance?
10 feet.
10 feet. They can reach the trench is only 5 feet.
So
Okay,
these
here.
guys can actually attack enemies that are here.
So anyone who's
You
trying to
just
go.
need line of sight to use your magic. And then if one of these dies, one of these can move forward.
Um.
Excellent. I didn't know
So
this. This is a great
here's my question. What kind of
Hmm
drawbridge do we have?
Oh, I didn't even think about it. We'll go with like it's basically just to put in a little bit of immersion. It's not actually like fully integrated into the gate right now. It's just like a wooden bridge that they pull on and off when they need people through.
So when it's not there, it's pretty much a big hole.
Yeah,
It's not like it's a pull-up drawbridge that
no,
they're in the back of the wall.
no.
Okay, okay,
It's pretty much just a big hole.
that's
Oh,
plausible.
I I'm visibly relieved after seeing the battle board that I'm assuming they had at the table
Mhm.
with pawns and stuff actually like in place. Now that I can get a visualization of how things look, I'm more relieved and much more confident in the initial plan.
Okay.
Um,
Um, that's cool. So they agree. You guys agree. We're gonna say this takes about 2/3 of the day to plan all this out, along with talking about what the messengers are gonna do, Malice's side, and the Eastern Gate with Bylorn and Twilight. Sorry. Oh, okay. So you guys got, it's mid afternoon. You can choose to either continue to work on your professions or go about town or just relax for the night and rest up for the upcoming battle.
Last time we did this, we took the afternoon to set up some obstacles to the advancing forces. Is it something we'd be able to do as well?
I'm going to say no right now because everybody's kind of resting. And last time you were using your resistance to do it for you.
All right. Okay. What did you say we had time to do?
Rest, work on your professions, go around town and shop.
Okay, right. Sarah. Oh, by the way,
Oh,
I say excellent job working together, everyone, on this raid this time before they leave the table. I just kind of shoot them that, like, hey, good job.
Gets it.
Okay, Sarah,
what's up?
I have something I've been working on just for the two of us. Okay,
I'm
hold on.
scared.
Before I go further, I do have enough rune stones that have souls enchanted with them
You've been
to
keeping track of it on the professions page?
one damage, one electric. Wait, hold on. Oh, I have one damage, one electric. Okay, so say yeah, I do. Sarah,
What's
your
up?
bow, if I may.
What about my bow?
I want to make it better.
How? I
I
asked
want
quizzically.
have a little faith. Let me see it.
Um, sure. Here, and I hand over my bow.
All right. I crack my knuckles. I've never done this before. I think to myself,
I go,
I take
hold on, Drucilla. Is this gonna take some time?
I'm that's actually a good question.
Yes.
Um, I go, okay. Well, it's
It'll
gonna
take
take some
time.
time. I got some stuff to take care of. I can come back and test it out.
Okay, well, I mean that's faith if nothing else. Sure, go ahead.
All right, cool.
You won't be displeased.
I I laugh at that. I'm like, all right, sure. Um, did I eat during this entire thing?
You guys were getting food from the bartender and everything the whole time.
Gotcha, gotcha. Cool. All right, then I head on out.
Okay, where are you going?
To check out my bow.
Oh yeah, the one you ordered from the workshop. I actually forgot about that. Wow, you're gonna be a dick. Anyway, okay, so you head to the workshop. We'll get to you. Drusilla, what do you want to do? You have 3 filled soul gems.
Okay, well, I have one that has +1 damage, one that has +1 electric damage, which is much more situational, but more suited to myself. I'm going to use that on my weapon.
Make sure you're keeping track of what. Look at the professions page
I am
because
literally on the page. Why are you so skeptical of me?
you have 3 stones and they cost 1 soul for regular damage and 2 for electric damage. So you would use all 3 stones.
Oh,
That's why I'm telling you to look at the damn page.
oh,
There's
I
a
mean, when I
cost.
was looking at it, I didn't understand. I thought I had 2 that were already committed to electric damage.
Oh, that's your cost.
Oh, okay. Well, this is better. Um, I crack my knuckles. I say, "Ah, Dark Lord, bestowing such benign blessings upon a commoner. My rival had better be impressed by my talents." I say, I start enchanting +1 damage upon this bow.
So for enchanting, since you have the soul and you have the pen, it's just a matter of time. So, because the main part of the profession is going to be gathering the souls. So you
Yeah.
take your time and you roll a d20.
All right. Give me time. There we go.
Okay. So since you've already memorized the glyph, you do manage to get it on, and you use your soul to enchant it. But because this is your first time actually carving a glyph, you take a little longer. So I'm gonna say out of the 4 hours you have left in the day before you need to go to sleep for a long rest, you spend 2 just enchanting Sarah's bow. Being a beginning enchanter, you understand like you're hedging. Like, do I have the time to do another enchantment? Am I gonna fuck it up? But knowing Drucilla, she decides to power through it. So, what enchantment are you putting on your weapon?
You just put simple +1. After all, electric damage specifically has backfired on me in the past.
So you're doing a +1 for yours as well.
Yep. I'm gonna
So
enchant turn with +1 damage.
now to be completely meta, again, why I'm telling you to keep an eye on professions page. You see where it says inventory, right?
Yep.
See where it says common souls?
Yep.
So you're gonna need to keep track of this. I'll do it for you this one time, but now you have 1 common soul left because you used 1 for each enchantment. You need to keep track of that on your own though. This is so your inventory page on your actual character thing doesn't fill up with a whole bunch of profession shit.
I understand. This is
Okay.
all just new stuff.
Okay. So roll d20.
18
You
this
bet.
time.
You're a little more confident. You just put the enchantment on Sarah's bow, so you feel it a little bit more. What are you putting this on Zern?
Yeah, I can always dispel it or replace it with a more effective rune later, right?
Well, yes and no. We'll get into getting rid of stuff later, but for now, roll a D100.
39.
Okay, so Zern rejects the rune.
Seriously?
Yep, you put the rune on, you do all the work, you get the point in enchanting for doing it. So don't get me wrong, you still get a point in your skill. But
I get one.
Zern himself uses what power he has in the blade and scrubs the enchantment off your sword. And he says, "You will not be putting such a weak enchantment on my body."
Are you serious? You have nothing on you right now. You're just a hunk of metal.
And he goes, "I take pride in my appearance, Missy, something you should probably try doing."
Your appearance, you're completely bland. There's nothing about you that draws
He
attention or
sharpened onyx blade, and you went and carved that beginner rune on my sword blade? No, you shall not be etching that into me.
damn, you suck sometimes, Zern.
But it did only take you half an hour to enchant for that one, and you do still have another common permanent if you want to try it again.
Okay, Zern, hold still, because you might not like what's about to happen. I try and force the rune upon him.
Okay, roll d20 again.
A 6 this time.
Roll a d100 again.
97. Oh,
So you do actually get the rune on him, and you kind of you put it. You sense the magic of the blade a little bit being focused on it, and you know where Zern is weakest, and that's where you carve the rune. But because you were so intensively trying to avoid Zern erasing your rune, you actually took another 2 hours. So at this point, you literally have to either go to bed right now or take a short rest before the battle.
I'm going to go to bed right now, but not before remarking. It's for your own good, Zern.
He just grumbles at you. He goes, "How dare you scar my body? I'll get you back for this girl." Okay. Sarah, you go to the workshop. As you enter, the halfling workshop, Algast is sitting at his desk like normal, his feet kind of hanging over the edge. But this time, he's got a paper wrap package in his lap. He smiles when he sees you.
Yo, hello. How's it going there?
And he goes, "Going well, going well. My hubby managed to finish your bow just in time," he says while he taps the paper package.
Ooh. Ooh, I can't wait to see it.
He hands it over to you.
I carefully unwrap it.
Okay, now if I remember correctly, we said this would be similar but better quality.
Yeah, pretty much the one I've had for so long, it's kind of worn out, so I just need a fresh one.
Yeah.
He
So
doesn't have the skill to make a better one. It's
yeah,
pretty simple.
roll a d100 for me.
I can do that.
Okay, so he looks a little downcast and he goes, "My hubby worked really hard on this, but he did only manage to recreate your bow. He couldn't put anything on it. He did put a little styles and some flourishes on it to make it look pretty, but all in all, the effect of it is still the same as your other bow."
Oh, that's perfectly right. I'm pretty sure my current one is being set on fire right now. Um, but at least this one will be tuned to my jaw strength. So that um, which is why I just you
Yep.
guys asked me
Yeah.
to show up today. So at least
I
at least that will put it a little better than my current one.
I remember. Um, I forgot what I was gonna do for that though. Um, Crap! I completely forgot what I was gonna do for that.
are you going to like
Okay,
add a
I'm
to
gonna
it?
give you a choice because it's adjusted to your draw strength. You can do a regular draw, which is regular damage, and it's also just one basic action, or you can do a double draw where you only attack one. It takes two basic actions to do this because you're like full drawing back, but you can do double damage with one hit.
I was right. You're going to add a skill to it.
More of an effect, but yeah.
Um,
So if like you're trying to launch like a specialty arrow, you can do this to increase the damage of the specialty arrow. Or if you want to do it differently, a full draw, which would be again two basic actions, can double your distance. So either you can pick or choose, either double strength or double distance,
how
whichever
would
one you want.
um okay, so currently I do have rapid shot, which allows me to fire multiple arrows per turn or per
Mhm.
action.
Yep.
So would I just instead of being able to do 6, I can do 3?
Yeah.
If I Okay.
If you choose to use the full draw, yeah.
You can combine skills. We can combine skills like that.
Well, it's not an actual skill. It's part of his bow because this bow was specially made for him. He went in every day and helped them with the bending of the bow staff to create the draw to perfectly fit his character.
Nice.
Hmm.
So it's a specialty item. It's not a skill.
Okay.
Hmm. I'm gonna go with a double. I'll do the double one.
The damage.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, we need to take a break because I need some water and I gotta take a piss, and we're about to get ready for the battle anyway.
Very reasonable.
All right. And by break, Gnome Face did not know this at the time, but that means we are skipping till next week. This is the last weird part about episode 4, and I apologize. This one was so weird. When I've done this before, they've been fine, they've worked out, and it was a pretty smooth like carryover. I just had to record a bunch of these. Yeah, this one was so janky. I'm gonna have to get or work with Man Bear for intros and other stuff in the future if we do have to do this again, which we probably will. But anyways, join us next week, episode 5. We're gonna continue what we started here. Yeah, and thank you for putting up with episode 4. It was fun, but it was weird. Just the timing was off. Yep. Okay. Thank you once again. Like, subscribe, or follow whatever podcasting app you're using, and we'll see you next week.